Alright guys, this is the other turbo setup that I was telling you about in the past videos. This is on my buddy Doug's Jeep, and this is the first one that we did, and we kind of did a lot of experimenting on to see what isn't going to work and all that good stuff. So anyway, here's what he has. This is a little different than the the purple one that I showed you guys on the clapped shitbox that thing is. His is a little better of a setup because his is tucked down low, which I know a lot of people like because they don't have to not have a hood. The hood will fit, but don't get me wrong, it's going to be tight. As far as his goes, like I said, his is mounted opposite of mine. Mine's mounted backwards. For now, just a single hood stack. In his case, he bought this turbo. I think it was like $150. Came with the drain and the feed line. Feed line we ended up not using because we wanted his to be a little cleaner looking than mine is, obviously. So yeah, his drain is down there underneath the thing, and that right there, if you can see it, is that wastegate that I showed you in the last video. It's a 44mm wastegate, and that thing was a job to figure out what the fuck to do with it because never really played with anything like this before. So anyway, this is the feed line. We got this made up at what the fuck is it? At Napa. And this one's pretty long. Goes all the way around. I know the wires are a mess. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, same deal, you know. Feed line, drain line on the bottom. Run the drain line down into the oil pan, which you cannot see probably. And anyway. In his case, he is a second gen, obviously, so that's where his map sensor went. This is the map sensor bypass that you can get from 505 Performance. And then you can still have, obviously your original map sensor hooked up. This is supposed to be mounted, but we literally got it last night after like 5 weeks of waiting for the thing because we just won't even go there. Anyway, but it's here, so that's all that counts. So, there's that. We moved, because clearly your original ECM mount is right there. Didn't want it to get too hot, so moved it over here, and just made this fancy little bracket. 2 bolts in it, and it is solid. In his case, he has his boost controller. Like I said, this one has the check valve in it. And it tells you right to the wastegate. So we have this one that comes off your actual intake of the car. Then this line runs up to the boost gauge, which my middle finger's on. This one goes up, tees into the boost controller, which goes down to the wastegate. And then from this tee, this goes up to the blow-off valve. Same deal with his. His is just a, everything here is from eBay, basically. That's pretty much that. I'll show you his oil feed setup so that way you can see how it's supposed to look. His is just a T with a male fitting on it. And he has the original oil pressure sensor like you're supposed to have. But that is that. And this one is pretty easy overall. He obviously ran his intake up to this quality snorkel job that came off of my purple Jeep. But like I told you guys, we have mud bog in like 5 days, so we're just trying to get it good enough to run, and that's it. So yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try and answer them as best as I can. If it has to do with standalone or anything like that, I honestly can't help you because this one is just 30-pound injectors, the map sensor bypass, and that's it. That's the only thing we did. The injectors, they work, but the issue is when you sit there and idle for a while, and then you just stomp it to the floor, it spits and sputters, because loading up with so much fuel, having no tuning or anything like that. But, you know what, it works, and it's a lot cheaper, so...